Srimad Bhagwad Gita, chapter 2, sloka 36 and 37. Sanchi, we will do again sloka 36. Avachya
Avachya
Vadancha
Vadancha
Bahun
Bahun
Vadishyanti
Vadishyanti
Tavahitaha
Tavahitaha
Nindanta
Nindanta
Stava
Stava
Samarthyam
Samartyam
Tato
Tato
Dukkha
Dukha
Taram Nukim.
Taram Nukim
Sloka 37. Hato va
Hato Va
prapsyasi
Syasi
swargam
Swargam
jitva va
Jitva Va
bhokshase
Mokshase
mahim
Mahim
tasmadu
Tasmad
tishta
Tishta
kaunteya
Kaunteya
yuddhaya
Yuddhaya
kritanishchayah.
Kritanishchayaha
Thank you. Now we will do the meaning part. Shloka 36. Avachya vadan, using harsh words. Cha and bahun, many. Vadishyanti will say. Tava, your. Ahitaha, enemies. Nindantaha, defame. Tava, your. Samarthyam, might. Tata, than that. Dukkhataram, more painful. No, indeed. Kim, what? Here Shri Krishna ji is saying, your enemies will defame. Your enemies will defame and humiliate with unkind words, insulting your mind. What could be more painful than that? So Shri Krishna ji is teaching us what will happen if a person doesn't do his or her primary duties. So here Shri Krishna ji has given an example of Arjun, who is a great warrior. So if he doesn't wage the war, and he was waging the war for the good, he was going to kill the bad people, and he was going to balance the dharma and adharma on the earth by killing the bad people. So as Arjun's primary duty is to protect the world at a large, because he was not a normal human being. He was a great warrior. He was he was a great personality, so his primary duty was to take care of the world, because he was a great warrior, right? So if he doesn't do his primary duty, what will happen? Enemies will also defame. That means enemies will also not respect him, will not, even enemies will say bad words, will say unkind words, which makes humiliate, which humiliates the person. It will be insulting to your mind. So mind is the main part of the body. Whatever mind directs, the body part does that. So when mind is not peaceful, what will happen? Mind will direct all the wrong signals to the other body parts, and the body might do something wrong. So we have to keep our mind very stable, very calm, very stable, because mind is the main part of our body. Whatever mind tells, we only do that. No, mind is the main organ. That is why we should always keep calm. When you are angry, you should not talk. So when the enemies will also say bad words, what will happen? The mind will feel insulting. It will be humiliating for the mind. So, and that will cause all the bad things. And Sri Krishna ji is saying, what will be more painful than that? Getting hurt, we get hurt, it is painful, but we recover from it. But if somebody say bad words, that to a enemy, if a enemy says bad word, that stays with us forever. It will be there in our mind and heart, and that is very painful. It cannot be healed at all. You try a lot, it cannot be healed at all. It is very difficult to come out of that words what we have heard. So that is why Shri Krishna ji is making Arjun realize, do your primary duty. In this he is saying, even your enemies will humiliate you, they will insult you, your brain will or mind will also feel insulted, and the circumstances or the outcome if the mind is insulted is very bad. No, then the mind will not be stable, and the mind will direct all the wrong things to the body, and the body will be doing something else. Okay, who is going to explain? Akriti?
Okay, ma'am. Krishna said again to Arjun, if you don't do your primary duty, then people, you enemies will respect you. They will say harsh words to you, and that will also hurt your mind. And for example, when we fall and hurt, we will recover from it, but this never will recover because it will always be in our mind. And when our mind tells the body to do something, the body will do something else wrong.
Thank you. Sanchi is telling?
Yeah, ma'am, I want to tell you today there's a program I have to go. Like I have to chant. I have to by heart 5 slokas of Bhagwad Gita. Uh, I have to chant it there.
You already know so many shlokas. है ना? So which shloka are you chanting?
I don't know. I have to practice after the class once.
Okay, no problem. You know many shlokas.
Yeah,
All the
and
best.
there's prize and all.
Oh wow, share the prize with me. Huh? So you should practice more and go, okay? And offer it to Sri Krishna ji that how I'm offering this no competition to you. Good, good. Now you tell the meaning.
Yeah. So here, Lord Sri Krishna is telling to Arjuna, what will happen if you don't do your primary duty? If no one will respect Arjuna, he will get humiliated, and his mind will get insulted. So anything can go wrong.
Good. Anjali ma'am.
Okay, in this sloka, Lord Shri Krishna is telling to Arjuna that if you don't do the fight with your enemies, and if you don't do your primary duty as a warrior to fight to win the kingdom, and if you don't do that, so all your enemies will tease you and will talk bad about you. So what can more can be painful than that? That's what he said.
Thank you ma'am. Ritu Bhavi.
So in the shloka, Krishna is saying to Arjun that if you don't do your primary duty, your enemies will say bad things about you, insult your mind, and when the mind is insulted, it affects the body also, and you that will be more harmful for you.
Thank you. Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. Do I say the meaning?
Yeah.
Okay. So here Lord Shri Krishna is saying that if you don't do your primary duty, then all of your enemies will insult you, will make you feel bad for not doing your primary duties. And then that's worse than many like deaths. That's very bad. So he's also saying that once your enemies insult you, your mind will absorb all of it and also be affronted, insulted. So then when the mind is insulted and when it's distracted with something else, it will send out wrong signals to your body parts, so you mess up more things like, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now we will move to the shloka 37. Hatha slain, va or prapsyasi you will attain, swargam celestial abodes, jitva by achieving victory, va or bhokshyase you shall enjoy, mahim the kingdom on earth, tasmat therefore, Uttishtaha, arise. Kaunteya, Arjun, the son of Kunti, Yuddhaya, for fight. Kritanishchaya, with determination. Now Shri Krishna ji is saying, if you fight, you will either be slain, that means you die, become a martyr on the battlefield and attain Swarga, or you will be victorious and enjoy the kingdom on the earth. Therefore, arise with determination, O son of Kunti, and be prepared to fight. So Shri Krishna ji is saying that what will happen if Arjun does his primary duty? His primary duty is to fight. Either he will be dead on the battlefield and he will attain Swarga. He will be called as a, you will be here, Shri Krishna ji is saying that you will be called as a great warrior and you will attain to Swarga. Or you will win the war and you will enjoy the kingdom. Therefore, arise with determination. That means get up with full determination and be prepared to fight. So, we are not warriors. We don't have to go and fight any war. You know? What we understand that we have to do our primary duty. When we do our primary duty, everything is the plus points. Everything, even our enemies will respect us, our friends and families will also respect us, everybody will respect us, our family members, when we do our primary duty. And if we don't do, Shri Krishna ji has shown us all the possible ways what will happen if we doesn't do the primary duty. So you all are small kids, you all are students, study more, don't waste your time in watching the gadgets, screen time, and it should be limited. To a limit you can watch.
Ma'am, my iPad will get unlocked at 11:45 to 2 o'clock. I can watch on that time. Only on that time.
You can watch only till that time.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Oh, that is also too much, ne? No, instead, see, if you want to be in front of screen, you can do some other course. You kids have so many options. Nowadays, so many different type of courses are there. You go for that, you will get more knowledge. Your intellect will grow. You will be more smarter child. You can share with your friends, I know this, I know that. Instead of just wasting the time, you can do some course, right? If you really want to be in front of the screen, that is a good idea, I think. So basically, we need to do our primary duties and don't hesitate in doing the primary duties. Study more and more, gather more knowledge. You have vast variety of field now. So many options are there. Okay, so basically Shri Krishna ji is saying that there is no harm in doing the primary duty. All are positive results, good results. It will be very much beneficial to the particular person who is doing his or her primary duty to the fullest. Like you should do to, it is not that little you did and okay, I did my duty. No. Try to do more, little more. It is always said that if you want to achieve success, try little more. So, whatever we do, we should try little more. If you study, little more you study for half an hour or 15 minutes. If you are studying, no, studying from a particular book, you get a word which you don't know the meaning. Go and Google and read all the meaning because one word has many meanings. So try to put little more effort, more than what you are doing if you want to achieve success or if you want to be out of the crowd, among one of the crowd. So we should do little more. Hard work is required. Yes, Sanchi madam.
My mother tries to do craft. You can use YouTube to watch what to do.
That is what. If you really want to watch the screen, do something materialistic. So that is you are utilizing, It is not simply going in vain. Some people just play the games. There is no use.
I play games
Very
in
good.
my.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you explain now. No, no, explain, explain.
Can I do after some?
No, no, it's okay. Try.
Yeah. So here Lord Shri Krishna is trying to tell Arjuna that there's no harm doing your primary duty. For example, my primary duty is to study.
Good. Nice. So, what you have to do? Are incomplete.
Study more and more.
Very good. So, you have to study, okay? Thank you. Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. So here, Lord Shri Krishna is saying that you have to fight. It's your primary duty. Even if you go out there, you'll still be honored. It still will be better than going down as a coward and everyone hating you. It's everyone hating you will be worse than death, as he's repeated over and over again. That you should do your primary duty. There's no harm in it, uh, and you should not get distracted while doing it. So even if you like yeah, so you should do your primary duty when people need it, and yeah.
Thank you. Akriti.
So Lord Shri Krishna is telling Arjun that last time he was telling that if you don't do your primary duty. Now he's telling that if you do your primary duty, Arjun will attain Swarg or he will enjoy the kingdom with his family, friends, and everyone will again start respecting him.
Thank you. Ritu Babi.
Yes, so in this sloka, Krishna ji is saying to Arjun that by doing your primary duties, there are two options. Either you will die. If you die, also it will be a warrior's death. So people will not say bad things about you. And if you don't die, you will get all the material world happiness, which is also good for you. So both ways you have to get up and fight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nalini ma'am.
So here, Krishna says to Arjuna that primary duty is to fight, and if Arjuna fights and if he wins, then he will get the kingdom or he will attain Swarga. So either of the things happens, and that way people will respect Arjuna. Uh, so it is good to do his primary duty, and also when we do our duties, we should do little bit better than what we are doing now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So if you see in one topic, Sri Krishna ji has said so many shlokas, hai na? We are doing this one topic from so many past classes. This is why, because Sri Krishna ji wants to put in us that we have to do the primary duty. He is telling us again and again and showing us all the circumstances, plus also and minus also. What will be the benefit and what will be the loss. So we should try to understand this thing and we should try to remember it forever. Whenever we feel that no, I don't want to do, you should realize and you should recall all the teachings by the Supreme Lord and you should do your primary duty. That is the reason on every topic Sri Krishna ji has said many shlokas. It is just the way no humans cannot understand at once. They want to understand in many different ways. That is what Sri Krishna ji is trying to do. He is trying to teach us in many different ways that somehow we understand the fact that we have to do our primary duty. So always remember his teachings.